Awesome sauce. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to customer service. The attitude, not the department. Not the department. Customer service is not just a department. It is an attitude. And we'll talk about that today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, rep your area. Put your name in the chat and rep your spot, whether it's a school building or a department, rep your area. Put that in the chat. Good morning, good morning. How you all doing this morning? I hope everyone had a great long weekend.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm going to give it just another minute just to kind of let people get in, get situated. You guys come on in, rep your spot. Yes, good morning, good morning. And myself, I put notes here. All right, so they only gave me 55 minutes this time, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Again, we are going to discuss customer service, the attitude, not the department. So today's norms, I want you to, sit back, get comfortable, but I want to let you know participation is required in this session. I don't want you to just sit back and zone out. I want you to be engaged in this information. I know people have had customer service training probably many times, but today, come in as if you are planning to learn something new. And for some, this is going to be a refresher, something that you've already learned before. Others, there may be some things like it just didn't even dawn on you to do it that way. So either way, I still want you to engage. Put your name in the chat, rep your area, whether that's school or department. Share some examples. Since it's only an hour, I can't get to every department departmental example. So it's more about the content with me, but if you have an example that really fits what I'm trying to say, that drives the message home for some people. That it is often the connection between what I'm trying to say and what you need to do in order to carry this thing out. And then, be respectful, be kind. I know that there are people who have had some pretty unsatisfying or unsavory customer service experiences before. But let's not use any names, and of course, just keep it respectful because we are professionals. Okay. All right. And then for attendance, I want you to know that there's going to be 2 forms that I'm going to have you complete today. There's a customer service attendance form that is just for our customer service sessions. That's for my session and the other vendor that's doing a presentation on customer service. There's information that we need to gather for that specific topic and for the vendor. And so please be sure to fill that out. That'll be added to the chat towards the end of the session. If there's going to be a short feedback session for you, please complete that. And the attendance session is, or the attendance link is only for customer service. But then you'll also get a link for the PD day. That is going to be for everything, for the full day. I thought that there was going to be an evaluation session at the end, but I think that this evaluation will just, serve that purpose. So that'll confirm your attendance for each of your sessions that you attended today. That'll also be provided at the end in the chat, in a separate chat. And your feedback is very important to us. So It is how we know what we're doing well and what we need to improve on. So please be honest and again, respectful in your responses. So, thank you again for, attending this session, and let's get started. And I'm going to start with a question for you. Have you ever had a bad customer service experience? Go ahead and use that chat. We're gonna go hard in the chat today. If you have, yes, no, maybe so, absolutely. If you've ever had a bad customer service experience, go ahead and let us know. Of course. Yes. Keep it coming. Those bad customer service experience. And if you could, describe that service, that bad service in 1 or 2 words, go ahead and put that in the chat. Was it terrible? What did they do or not do that made that a bad experience? Argumentative, indifference, bad attitude, rude, not listening. Wow, inconsiderate, unfriendly. Oh, these are some great ways of expressing bad customer service experiences. Wait a minute, somebody said Chick-fil-A had a bad experience? Oh my God. Okay. Incompetent. Wow. Yeah, those are all reasons, like, to say that that was a bad experience. Yeah, rude, not listening. Yeah, it will mess up your whole day. It can. Let me rephrase that. It can mess up your whole day. And that's one thing that I wanted to show is that, having a bad customer experience, a customer service experience is recognizable. It is recognizable. I have a question for you. Have you ever said, let's see if you can you hear me better now? And I can talk louder too. I can talk louder too. But have you ever said, wow, I loved how this person served me as a customer, and I'm going to provide that kind of service to others. I mean, I loved how I felt as a customer, and I want others to feel that way too. Have you ever said that? Anyway, I mean, it's easier for us to say, hey, I've had bad customer service. I have experienced bad customer service. But do you pay good customer service forward? Are there times where you received good customer service and you said, hey, I want to make sure that someone else feels that way too? Because it's easy to say customer service is supposed to be provided to me, but am I providing good customer service in my role? Even when people don't deserve it. That's the key. Even when people don't deserve it. It's easy to give good customer service when people are nice to you, but how do we respond when people aren't? So our objective today, by the time we are done with this session, we are going to discover the primary role and prime objective of customer service. We're going to explore the art of strategic persuasion. We're going to discuss the benefits of making connection and find out how to have good customer service attitude, even when people don't deserve it. So let's do a customer service assessment. And here, get ready to hit that chat. Is the customer always right? So okay, no way, no, I saw a yes in there. Is the customer always right? Oh, no, but to them, yes. Listen at that. I like that one. Depends sometimes, not always. All right. No, please. All right. So, okay. A resounding no. Okay. All right. So let me ask this. Are you ever the customer? And when you're the customer, are you right? Yes, no, maybe so. Yeah. See, the simple truth is, you know, no one's checking for customer service. Like, we don't call customer service to check and see how they're doing. Hey, just checking on you. How you doing? Yeah, you doing okay? No. When we call customer service, or when we need some customer service provided to us, it is because we are looking for something, whether it be information or we need some kind of help, right? So I'll ask again, is the customer always right? Well, and someone put it in the chat, yeah, they're right for the purpose of their call. They need information, they need help. That part is right. Now, how they come may be wrong, but if they have an issue, maybe they don't understand something, they need, someone to help them to understand something better, or they need their part fixed or replaced or something like that. So the purpose of the need for the service is right, but it's not always right the way that they approach it. Customer service, and this is something to just always remember when providing service, and we're always providing service. We are always providing service. I have a friend who owns a business, and he is always interviewing. You think that you're just having a good conversation with him, and in that conversation, he is actually interviewing, right? And so think about that in terms of providing service. We are always providing service, whether we are helping our coworker, whether we are helping our kids, our parents, people outside. We hold the door open for someone. We are always providing service. Customer service is not about the customer being right. I want you to always remember that. Shift your mindset from the customer service as a department, they'll handle all those pesky calls, right? Customer service is not about the customer being right. Customer service is about meeting the customer's need. And the sooner you can shift your mindset from them trying to be right to you trying to meet their need, you'll take away some of that fight, that competition, that whatever it is, that barrier. You'll remove the barrier that's there between you and that customer that causes the tension in the situation when it comes to a point where they're not pleasant, right? So again, customer service is not about the customer being right. It's about meeting the customer's need. So Gandhi said, a customer is the most important visitor on our premises. He is not dependent on us. We are dependent on him. Now, he wrote this a long time ago, him, her. He or she is not an interruption to our work. He or she is the purpose of it. He or she is not an outsider in our business. He or she is a part of it. We are not doing him or her a favor by serving them. He or she is doing us a favor by giving us an opportunity to do so. I love this quote because it reminds me of the purpose of customer service or the customer. They're the reason we're here. If they did not need our service, we would not exist. We would not have our jobs, right? That's right. The customer is why we have our jobs. And I remember I worked in the private sector, and then I worked in public in housing and transportation, and now education. But when I worked in the private sector, it's very interesting how customer service is the driver. It is how the business operates or continues to gain and retain. That's the whole purpose. How can I get the customer? How can I keep the customer? Customer service is in the forefront of the mind of a private sector employer and employee, right? Salespeople, customer service is number one. However, in public service, there was a time in public service where the people who needed social services, they needed it. And public sector was the only game in town. That public sector helped folks who could not afford and did not have the resources to be able to get whatever, say, from the private sector. And so I think the public sector got really comfortable with the fact that you need me. But then all of a sudden, the public sector wasn't the only game in town. In housing, now they have management companies and other landlords. In transportation, public transportation, they have, private owned companies. Yeah, you remember taxi almost went out of business because Uber and Lyft. And even in the school setting, in the public, in school transportation, they have other contractors who are buying for the licensed professional driver. And in school itself, in public education, you have charter schools. So there are so many other competing interests now that we can't just say, oh, you need us, so I can treat you however I want to. And even internally, when we think about internal customer service, I need my coworker. I need the services or support services that's going to help me do my job better. If I'm nice to someone, maybe they'll, be able to do that in kind, or maybe I can get a favor if necessary. But when I don't provide good customer service, I'll get what I get. So the primary role for customer service is the representative is to interact with customers to address their concerns, answer their questions, and assist them with their needs. Again, customer service is not about the customer being right or making the customer feel like they're right. It's about meeting their needs. And so you'll notice here that they have action words: to interact with customers, to address their concern, to answer their questions, and to assist them with their needs. In essence, it's saying that the customer service is engaging, it is acknowledging, it is listening, and it is helping. That's the primary role of customer service. Now, what's the prime objective to customer service? So the role of the person who's providing the customer service is an action, right? But it's not just doing those things. It's answering a question quickly and effectively. Jordan, what's his name? Jordan, I didn't forget his name. Belfort. Jordan Belfort. He was the guy that was depicted in the movie Wolf of Wall Street. He said that you get 4 seconds to make an impression on someone. So you don't have all day to answer their questions. You have to show them that you're trying to answer it quickly, because they get 4 seconds. There's going to be 4 seconds that a person is going to have an opinion about you, right? Resolve the issues with empathy and care. It's not just resolving the issue. It is being empathetic. It is being understanding and actually caring about what the person needs. I like the document pain points to share with internal teams. That means that if I am an instructional assistant and there's an issue that I'm having with a student or the parent, I want to let my coworkers know. I want to let people on the team know, because if that person comes back, they would also be able to provide the same support. To nurture those relationships, like I know, when you're in a relationship with people, you tend to treat them differently. If I'm close to you, if I have some kind of relationship with you, I'm gonna be more caring towards you. And it's improved brand credibility. It doesn't matter how much information you have, it doesn't matter how great you are. If people don't trust you, they're not listening. They just won't. They don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. We hear that all the time, and that's the truth. So in providing good customer service, you have to show that you care. And you have to be credible and build those relationships. So I'm going to show you this quick 5-minute video, and we'll discuss it here in a second. Let me make sure I'm in the right screen.
Hi, welcome to Burger Nation. How may I help you today?
Let me get 2 hamburgers with just pickles, 2 cheeseburgers with another cheeseburger, everything on them, 4 more hamburgers with everything, a cheeseburger with no pickles, and a cheeseburger with nothing but pickles, 2 more hamburgers with everything but onions on one, everything but pickles, mustard, and tomatoes on the other, 3 large fries, 6 medium fries, 1 large fry, a junior fry, and 2 junior fries, 3 more cheeseburgers with extra cheese and bacon, 2 more junior fries, a hamburger with everything, 2 more hamburgers with everything, and 2 more hamburgers with everything, 4 large Cokes and a large Sprite, 2 large Cokes and a small Sprite, 5 large Cokes and 1 large Coke and a small Coke, 3 small Cokes and a small Coke and a small Coke.
Okay, will that be everything?
Yes.
Gotcha. That's 2 hamburgers with just pickles, 2 cheeseburgers with another cheeseburger, everything on it, 4 more hamburgers with everything, a cheeseburger with no pickles, and a cheeseburger with nothing but pickles, 2 more hamburgers with everything but onions on one, and everything but pickles, mustard, and tomatoes on the other, 3 large fries, 6 medium fries, 1 large fry, a junior fry, and 2 junior fries, 3 more cheeseburgers with extra cheese and bacon, 2 more junior fries, a hamburger with everything, 2 more hamburgers with everything, and 2 more hamburgers with everything, 4 large Cokes and a large Sprite, 2 large Cokes and a small Sprite, 5 large Cokes and a small Coke, 3 small Cokes and a small Coke and a small Coke. Is that correct?
Not quite. I wanted 2 hamburgers with just pickles, 2 cheeseburgers with another cheeseburger, everything on them, 4 more hamburgers with everything, a cheeseburger with no pickles, and a cheeseburger with nothing but pickles, 2 more hamburgers with everything but onions on one, and everything but pickles, mustard, and tomatoes on the other, 3 large fries, 6 medium fries, 1 large fry, a junior fry, and 2 junior fries, 3 more cheeseburgers with extra cheese and bacon, 2 more junior fries, and a hamburger with everything, 2 more hamburgers with everything, and 2 more hamburgers with everything, 4 large Cokes and a large Sprite, 2 large Cokes and a small Sprite, 5 large Cokes and 1 large Coke and a small Coke, 3 small Cokes and a small Coke and a small Coke.
Oh, okay, that's 1 large Coke. Sorry, got it now. Is that for here or to go?
I'll have it here.
Okay, that'll be $207 even, sir.
Ooh. You know what? I only have $196 on me. I'm like 11 bucks short.
Okay, well, if we got rid of 5 large fries and 4 large Cokes, that would be $11. Or 3 cheeseburgers and 1 small Sprite would be $11.
Okay, what about 2 large Cokes, 2 cheeseburgers, and 2 large Cokes?
No, that's $13.11.
What about 2 large Sprites, 2 cheeseburgers, and 2 large Sprites?
That would be the same.
$13?
$13.11.
All right, take out the 3 cheeseburgers and a small Sprite.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. So now I'm getting 2 hamburgers with just pickles, 4 more hamburgers with everything, a cheeseburger with no pickles, and a cheeseburger with nothing but pickles, 2 more hamburgers with everything but onions on one, and everything but pickles, mustard, and tomatoes on the other, 3 large fries, 6 medium fries, 1 large fry, a junior fry, and 2 junior fries, 3 more cheeseburgers with extra cheese and bacon, 2 more junior fries, and a hamburger with everything, 2 more hamburgers with everything, and 2 more hamburgers with everything, 4 large Cokes and a large Sprite, 2 large Cokes and 5 large Cokes, and 1 large Coke and a small Coke, 3 small Cokes and a small Coke and a small Coke.
That's correct.
Great, here you go.
Thank you, sir. Listen up. Ordering 2 hamburgers with just pickles, 4 more hamburgers with everything, a cheeseburger with no pickles, and a cheeseburger with nothing but pickles, 2 more hamburgers with everything but onions on one, and everything but pickles, mustard, tomatoes on the other, 3 large fries, 6 medium fries, 1 large fry, a junior fry, and 2 junior fries, 3 more cheeseburgers with extra cheese and bacon, 2 more junior fries, and a hamburger with everything, 2 more hamburgers with everything, and 2 more hamburgers with everything, 4 large Cokes and a large Sprite, 2 large Cokes and 5 large Cokes, and 1 large Coke and a small Coke, 3 small Cokes and a small Coke and a small Coke.
Okay, that's 2 hamburgers with just pickles, 4 more hamburgers with everything, a
cheeseburger with no pickles, and a cheeseburger with nothing but pickles. 2 more hamburgers with everything but onions on one and everything but pickles, mustard, tomatoes on the other. 3 large fries, 6 medium fries, 1 large fry, a junior fry and 2 junior fries. 3 more cheeseburgers with extra cheese and bacon. 2 more junior fries and a hamburger with everything. 2 more hamburgers with everything and 2 more hamburgers with everything. 4 large Cokes and a large Sprite. 2 large Cokes and 5 large Cokes. And 1 large Coke and a small Coke and 3 small Cokes and a small Coke and a small Coke. That's correct. Coming up. How many ketchups would you like with that?
Just one's fine.
Sure. There you go. Have a good day, sir.
Thanks, you too. Man, that hit the spot. My compliments to the chef.
Compliments to the chef. Never mind. What else can I get for you today?
What do you have in the way of desserts?
Ooh, we've got apple pie and cherry pie, Boston cream pie, and brownies.
I'll have a brownie.
Okay, that's 1 Boston cream pie.
I said a brownie, you idiot! Can't you get a simple order right?
That is one of my favorite skits. I saw someone put in the chat, yeah, active listening at its finest, right? Active listening. What did she do right in the chat? What did she do? What did the cashier do right?
Can I say something?
Sure.
The client, he was like a rollback, but he get another rollback for the customers, for the cashier. The way he was talking was, and she talked the same thing.
Yeah, I don't think I could have pulled that skit off,
Yeah.
especially with the flow. I would have been, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so she repeated back his order. She kept a great attitude. She made the customer feel comfortable. I really like that. She made him feel comfortable. What did she do wrong? Did she do anything wrong?
I don't think so.
No.
Just when he got all the service he wanted, then he came back. I didn't get what he asked. I think he asked for the manager.
He asked for a dessert.
Deserve.
He wanted dessert, and she got everything right up until the end, and then he went off.
Yeah, that's was a problem, because his attitude, but she was a silent. She did a good.
She did a good job.
She did a good, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How many of you in the chat would have spouted back off at him once he went off? Smallest errors. That's right. I worked as an escrow officer in real estate before, and I used to work with some pretty power hitter realtors. And as long, I'm doing everything right, accommodating, doing this, that, and the other, and like 1 or 2 times I can't do anything. And it's like, I've never done anything for them. Like, oh my God, you can't do this for me. And it's like, oh my God, all the other stuff that I did. Like, so it is tricky. Customer service is tricky. I see Tiffany has her hand up. You can go ahead and unmute, Tiffany, or were you just saying that you've been there before?
That was an accident.
Oh, okay. Let's see if we can lower your hand. Yes. Awesome. Just apologize. There you go. Sometimes an apology goes a long way, but our pride won't allow us sometimes to apologize. And that's where we're so worried about the customer trying to be right, but then we take that on ourselves. Now we're trying to be right. And it becomes this battle, this back and forth. And sometimes just apologize. It can go a long way. Your level of service is not based on how good the customer is. It's not. It's not about the customer. It's about meeting the customer need, right? So it's not about how good they are. We don't know why that customer showed up the way that they did, right? We don't know what's going on. They may have gotten bad news. This may have been the 10th time that they called about the situation. If it's a phone situation, they may have been on the phone and been bounced around 12 times. They may have been on hold for 3 hours. We don't know why people show up the way that they do. It could be so many things going on in their personal life that one last thing breaks that camel's back, right? I'll call it the eyelash moment. You know, you're going through life and everything, you have this and you have that, you have this, you have that, you never say anything, you never stand up for yourself, you never do anything. And then all of a sudden you get this eyelash in your eye and the world just ends. And whoever is in front of that person gets it. And so sometimes you have to say, and actually you should say on the front end, this is not mine. I am not going to carry that stuff. I am here to help. And when you quickly shift your perspective and shift your mindset into from the customer is not right to the customer needs my help. I'm the expert. They came to me for help. Things change. So it's not based on how good the customer is, it's based on who you are. Customer service is based on your level of engagement, your attention to detail, your patience, and your attitude. So what is attitude? Attitude defined according to oxfordlanguage.com, a settled way of thinking or feeling about something or someone, typically one that is reflected in a person's behavior. So whatever attitude I have, I am going to show it, right? I mean, it's not too many people who are burning up inside and there's no evidence of it. I mean, sometimes we hold that in, but a lot of times, you know, people can see the fumes coming out of our ears, right? So your attitude is going to be reflected in your behavior. So the impact of great customer service is it builds rapport. You know, once people see that you normally have a good day, they can tell when you're having a bad day and they don't take it that personal. Build the relationships. When you build a relationship with people, you show a little bit more care. Great customer service, it reduces conflict. Remember, it's not about them being right or me being right, so there is no conflict there. It resolves conflicts because whatever their issue was, you're there to help them. And it increases levels of certainty. And you'll find that certainty is the main thing that people need. One of the main things, but pretty much they just need to know that they're going to be taken care of. They just need to know that their part is going to be fixed. They just need to know that the resources are going to be available. When people need to know something and you can't provide them with some level of care, concern, and response, then they begin to not trust. And the more they don't trust, the more they back away. And then the more that the response becomes more of an attack than it does being certain or being helped. So Tony Robbins and Chloe Madanes, they have this thing called the 6 human needs. And they say 6 things that human beings need, and it drives their behavior. The first is certainty. People want to be certain, just like I said. I want to be certain that I'm going to eat. I want to be certain that I have a roof over my head. I want to know that everything is going to be all right. If I don't know where my next meal is going to come from, if I don't know what time my student is going to get off the bus, if I don't know certain things, then it'll bring some level of angst or anxiety. But then at the same time, having all certainty, knowing everything can be kind of boring. So they said they also need uncertainty, right? We need a little bit of variety. People like surprise. Some people don't like surprise, but they do kind of like surprise. But we need a little bit of variety in our life too. We don't want to eat the same meal every single day. We want to eat something different sometimes. We don't want to know all the same information. We're going to know something different sometimes. We don't want to know talk to the same people all the time. We want some variety in our life, right? And then significance. Folks want to know that they matter. They also need love and belonging. When they can't find love, they'll accept belonging, right? Love comes like from community, family, church, those kind of things. But belonging is like, okay, I don't feel love at home, so I'll go join this gang because it's someplace that I can belong, right? People don't join gangs because they want to die or go to jail. They want to belong to something. And so they feel that certainty, some level of variety, and they're significant. When they have some love and belonging, right, it's going to drive the way that they're going to behave. But then these next two, some people don't get to, right? Growth. Some people are kind of stagnant and they say, you know, I am however old and I'm, this is it, and I don't want to change and I ain't changing. Why do anything new? There are people out there that's like that. But then there are some folks who are out there that's like, it has to be more to this life than just this. And I want to grow. I want more friends. I want more money. I want more education. I want more out of life. They want to grow. And once they start to grow, it'll drive their behavior. And then the contribution, once people grow and they start to obtain more, they have this overflow of knowledge, overflow of money, overflow of energy, overflow of whatever. And they want to contribute to the world. They want to be a part of something that's bigger than them. So they said there's these 6 human needs that drive behavior. And if people, we're in and out of them. So one stage of your life, you'll say, yep, I needed to be certain, but right now I'm at the growth stage, right? So we're in and out of all of these stages, but whichever one is driving your behavior is the one that you need, is the need that you need met, right? In sales and in customer service, certainty is number one. And of course, people want to feel significant, and you want them to feel significant in the moment that you're providing that service. You want them to feel that they matter. Once they feel they matter, they'll make the excuses up for you. If they know you care about them, if they know, if they're certain that you are truly trying to help, they will say, oh my God, Jasmine, I'm so sorry. I just can't do it. Oh, I know you're doing your best. Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't, but I made you feel certain and significant. And that goes a long, long, long way. And that's different than manipulating. The difference between persuasion and manipulating is motive. If I'm just trying to get you, if my motive is not right, I'm manipulating you to act and respond. But if my motive is right, if what I'm trying to do is really meet your need, then I am persuading you. So remember I said you get like 4 seconds. Jordan Belfort said you get 4 seconds to make an impression on people. And he calls it the 3 10s. If you can get the 10 out of 10 of these 3 things, then you got your person, then you're providing that service. If they can love your product, trust and connect with you, and trust and connect with the company, then you are at phase 1 of providing great customer service. And in this industry, in education, when you think about the product, The product here is the student, especially for like teachers or folks who work in the building. Services for those who are in the departments who are providing a service for others, supports, and then solutions. There are a lot of problems out there. If you can help solve a problem, and if you're a problem solver, that is your product. Trusting and connecting, meeting their need, solving their problem, and showing them empathy. And here the company is CCS. Or when you're looking at internal customer service, it may be the building or another department. So great customer service is going to be based around three strategies: strategic persuasion, making connections, and having a good attitude. What is strategic persuasion? It's by playing by the rules. The golden rule: treat people the way you want to be treated. The platinum rule says treat people the way they want to be treated. Right? But what if you don't know how to be treated? And what if you can't read how someone else wants to be treated? Well, I came up with my triple platinum rule. I just skipped all over the double platinum and went straight to triple platinum. And so Rika's triple platinum rule is to treat people as though you will need them tomorrow. Because if I know I'm gonna need you tomorrow, I'm gonna be good to you today. So Tina says, the tongue has no bones, but is strong enough to break a heart. So be careful with your words. Great customer service quote. I love that. I love that. I love that. But treat people as though you will need them tomorrow. If I know tomorrow I need you, I'm gonna be good to you today. So pretend that tomorrow there's gonna be a need, because you don't know. Have you ever met someone in one space and then find out that they knew someone in another space? That actually helped me. That happened with Kevin, my moderator. But met him here at work. Great experience. Ended up finding out that we knew some of the same people. What if I was not pleasant to him? What if he wasn't pleasant to me and then we met in this space where we know mutual people? You never know. Folks come back around. Treat folks as though you need them tomorrow. And making connections. Without a connection, the rules don't matter. If I don't trust you, I don't care what you say. So in making connections, being positive goes a long way. Even if you don't think that there's hope, if you're not sure, you can still do that in a way that is positive. Ma'am, I'm sorry. I don't know if I can help you with this situation. Instead of, ma'am, I said we have to provide good customer service on a regular. Being positive builds greater interaction and it reduces stress. When people are negative and they're not certain, that anxiety rises. It rises for them, and you heard of the thing called matching. Whatever one person is doing, you're going to do that too, or whatever you're doing, they're going to do that too. So if they're negative and then you're positive, at some point, if you stay consistent in your positivity, they're going to come and meet you at your level of positivity. They can't help it. They have no one to argue with. Being empathetic builds trust, especially when you listen. And being compassionate, kind, like the real kind, not the fake kind. Be kind. I've heard people that are not kind tell other people to be kind. Like really, truly, be kind, care, be thoughtful, and smile. How many people have you ever seen smile with that were had a bad attitude at the same time that they were smiling? Like smiling just changes the game. It changes everything. And having a good attitude, staying positive, control your emotions, having a good attitude even when you are not in a good mood. It matters. If you can keep a positive attitude, eventually you'll get in a good mood. I don't know if you've ever tried that. Has anyone ever tried that and was in a bad mood and just just started being positive, and then all of a sudden, it's like the world opened up, things changed. It changes. You can be in a bad mood in this situation, say at work, bad mood, just everything just seems to not go your way. And then as soon as you see that one person that makes you smile, your whole mood changes.
Can I say something about the smile?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Okay, I just want to make sure that I get through the content, and then I'll open it up. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right. Changing your perspective, again, going from them trying to be right to you trying to help, and then smiling, that breaks the tension. So the key is having all three. You can do one, you can have strategic persuasion, you can persuade people. It takes a little bit longer if your attitude isn't right. You can make connection, but are you looking at a good connection or a bad connection? But if you have a good attitude and you're strategically trying to find out what their need is so that you can meet that need and make the adjustments and adapt to be able to help, and then you'll make those connections. It's all three in order to provide great customer service. They all hinge on each other. And how does that happen at work? To internal and external customer service, when you maintain a good attitude and not take it personal, and that's the big one. A lot of times we lose it as soon as we make it about us. If we keep the main thing, and the main thing is providing service to help someone with their need, help meet their need. And, pretend it is you or someone you love. Would you want someone to treat your mother this way or treat you this way? Right? When you're providing customer service, pretend that you are providing it to yourself. I know there's been times where I called and I've gone off and then I have to come back and apologize and say, oh, I'm so sorry, this isn't yours. I'm just upset about X, Y, Z. And when I have a good customer service representative or someone that I'm working with and they serve me as a customer, it just breaks all the tension. That's how you provide excellent customer service. Intentionally, you have to be intentional. If you can't control your own emotions, how will you be able to control someone else's? So again, changing that perspective from the customer is trying to be right, even if that's what they're trying to do, you can't control them. You can't change them, but you can control and change you. So how do you want to show up in this situation? Do you want to be right? They're trying to be right, you're trying to be right. Or do you just want to help? Do you want to be able to say, like, at the end of the day, I helped someone today? Building good customer service experience does not happen by accident, it happens by design. So remember, customer service is an attitude, not a department. So give great customer service both internally and externally by using those three strategies: strategic persuasion, making connection, and having a good attitude. So a quick resource, this presentation didn't come from this book, but there are books and articles out there. If you are going on a customer service journey, is what I say that I have been on, and making sure that I am trying to do my best to provide excellent service to whomever I meet. Disney, we know, got it down. They have it on lock, right? Who provides great customer service? Find those places. You can go on YouTube and find out different tips on how to provide good customer service. There are books out there. I would encourage you to take the journey because it's necessary. All right. So I want to thank you for your for going through this presentation, Kevin is going to put in the chat and make sure, Kevin, that you are, that your two is on everyone. He's gonna put two different forms. One form, the first one that you see is a customer service attendance and evaluation form. It's just for customer service. Again, I said in the beginning, there's a vendor that's doing customer service and I'm doing customer service. So we need to collect attendance for our sessions. And then there's a short feedback section for that. He's also, his second form that he's putting in there is the evaluation for the day. So keep that evaluation so that for the overall PD day, you get credit for everything that you've, every session that you've attended, and you'll be able to provide that feedback. Remember, and feedback is important. Be honest. If there's something that we need to do better, if there's something that we do well, please, please, please let us know so that we can bring you what you need and not waste your time.
Ms. Grubbs, there was a question
Sure.
someone had for you.
Okay.
The gentleman had a question.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, hi, it's me. Issa. It was about the smile. You hear me now?
I do.
Yeah, sorry. The smile as a human without, different languages, different background, smile doesn't need the language. The smile is a positive friendship communication for human. Even if you don't understand the person's language, that means welcome, you show a friendship always. Comparing with animals. Animals, when they come each other, they smile. They come slowly close to each other and they smile each other, smelling for the nose. That means the friendship. As a human, smile is the best way to show a good attitude and welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. You're right. Smiling is infectious. It is contagious. It is very hard for a person to sit and argue at you when you're smiling. And I'm not talking about like a cynical smile or yeah, keep trying me smile. I'm not talking about that kind of smile. I'm talking about a genuine, just smile, like a good attitude smile goes a long way. And sometimes, it takes time to break through some of those barriers that people have when they come in, right, to the situation, because again, there's a need there. And if they're frustrated, you may not get them with the first time that you smile, but you can a lot of times catch people off guard with a smile. You sit there and I know some people just have that face, like, like, I don't want to be bothered. But as soon as you smile, I tell people all the time when I see them, and it's interesting. I used to wonder, like, why do people smile all the time when I would see them, like strangers? I'm just walking and they just start smiling. And then I realized it was because I was smiling. And then I started telling people, keep smiling. You have a beautiful smile. You have a nice smile. And it's so interesting how people feel when you notice them, or you notice something about them that they don't even really think about. Smiling is very contagious and it goes a long, 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 long way. Is there anyone else who would like to have discussion? I know we're going to be getting into the next session, so I don't want to keep you from anything, but I know that a lot of front-loaded information, but if there's anyone who has any comments, Kevin is putting those links back into the chat. If you want to have a sidebar or have a question, shoot me an email. Kevin, if you could put my email in the chat so that we could, anyone who would want to have any conversation or anything like that. So, anyone? All right. Feel free to come off mute if not. I am on again at 2:00. There's another customer service presentation at 1:00. Encourage the people you know to attend one or both of those sessions. Great stuff. Customer service has to be intentional. It has to be in the front of our minds, especially when we are public servants. We have to provide good, excellent, exceptional customer service because the folks who need us don't necessarily get it from everyone else. And the least we can do, because we are being paid because of them, is give them great customer service. All right. Anyone? Okay. Well, thank you all for attending. Thank you for your time. I really, truly appreciate you. And I hope that you have, well, I know that you'll have a phenomenal PD day. There's a lot of great stuff that's being offered today. So be sure to take advantage and thank you.